Warning. The following video is intended for viewers 13 years and older. Viewer discretion is advised. You're here. You're ready. Welcome to my world.
Welcome back, YouTube. It's IMGHOSTOFSPARTA with another fantastic action figure review of the Tenacious Martialist from DEmoniacal Fit. We're going to look at accessories, paint apps, sculpt, and articulation. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to smash that like button so you can help support this channel. Check out in the description below of all my social media sites so you can stay up to date with this channel. Make sure to look out for my other videos. There are cards in the upper right hand corner that will lead you to another fantastic, awesome review or visit or some video that I have done for your enjoyment. Let's get to those size comparisons. Tenacious Martialist, Marvel Legends Deadpool. Tenacious Martialist with SH Figuarts Goku. Tenacious Martialist with NECA Predator. Now that we have the figure in our hands, you know, DEmoniacal Fit has done a few good figures. I want to say their Goku Black was a pretty good one. You guys could check out the review on that one as well in the upper right over here somewhere. You guys could check that out. I did a review on the Goku Black version, and I want to say that's so far their best one. I didn't get my hands on the Scarlet Martial Artist, which is KO Ken Goku. I did get my hands on the Vegito. That one was pretty good, but it had a lot of issues with the arms, so that's why I kind of went like, you know, didn't do so well. And I believe I also did a review on that one, so once again, you guys could check that out. I'll also leave a link in the description below. But enough of my ranting. Let's take a look at this guy real quick. I mean, he looks solid. This is pretty much an exact copy of the Ultra Instinct Omen or Sign Goku. So the mold is pretty much identical. Actually, I have mine right here. Let's do a quick comparison. I took him out of the, you know, my collection real quick to bring him out over here. So this is the legit, authentic Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts. And then we have this one on the left side, which is, you know, the DEmoniacal Fit one. One thing I noticed about this one, the joints are loose, but pretty much the figures look the same. I mean, all the sculpt work is the same. This one's probably, the scratches right here don't seem as deep because they molded it and they're, you know, trying to use the same mold over and over. And I noticed that the joints that they use don't seem to be the same, or they are the same, but they don't look to be as tight. Like this guy's joints are super tight. You can see that they're super tight. His joints, not so much. They're pretty loose. That knee joint is pretty tight, and elbow. But other than that, arms and hips, pretty loose. So let's look at the scope work here to compare them both, since we have them both right here. And you can see it's pretty identical. This one, you know, a lot of the stuff is tight on this one. This one's very loose, because they probably use some cheaper plastic, is, you know, all I can say. I don't know for sure. And also the paint is a little bit different. Like this one has some much brighter orange. This one has a like darker orange. And from looking at it, everything, every single detail that's on this figure, on the official, is on this one. So we could see that they pretty much copied that figure. Now I do like that they included the Super Saiyan Blue head. That is awesome. I do appreciate that a lot. As for the sculpt work, you can see some blue rubbing right here. Let me take a look at the original one. Yeah, that doesn't happen on that one, but you could kind of see on the chest there's like a little bit of a blue hue, and that's probably from paint rub or someone just being careless and not wanting to take care of or be precise with the figure. You can also see it right here a little bit on the shoulder, if you move that out of the way. So they probably just, you know, it's probably paint rub or the plastic rubbing off the plastic, and you know, you're gonna get that sometimes. Now this guy didn't have any little plastic sheets around him. He was just packaging the figure fresh, just thrown in there as so just to keep that in mind. You know, like the official ones, they put little pieces of plastic there to prevent any kind of paint rub when the figure comes out fresh from the factory. But we're gonna take a look at the rest of the accessories of this guy. Let's take a look at his articulation. That's everybody's favorite part. So as for the sculpt work and joints, looks great. I mean, it's the exact same thing. Let's take a look at the peg here. Looks nice. Looks like they put it in a little wrong, but you can easily fix that. Head pops in. So we're at everybody's favorite part. Let's take a look at the articulation. Head moves up, moves down, swivel, arm rotation, hinge, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, swivel, hinge, hinge, diaphragm joint back, forward, swivel, waist swivel, leg kicks forward, leg kicks back, spread, swivel, bend at the knee, swivel, hinge, toe hinge. Now we come down to the rest of the accessories. He does come with 4 pairs of hands. He has his fisted hands on him. I didn't want to take them off because you've already seen the fisted hands, but he does have his martial arts hands to the left. In the middle, you have straight open palm hands, and then you have the Kamehameha hands, or slight gripping hands. I find it odd that they didn't give us, like, you know, the karate chop hand, or the instant transmission fingers. That would have been nice, but I guess if you would have picked up any of the other figures, you could have probably used those hands, you know, that are interchangeable with this one. Like the Vegito, no, he has gloves on. The martial artist, he has like a red tint to it, so maybe not. So yeah, I guess they should have included some extra hands, but I mean, what are you gonna get? They do come with some extra heads, so I think for hands they went for heads. So let's go for that. And you know, in my opinion, instead of hands, I'd go for head too. So they did right by me. Anyways, so let's get to the rest of the accessories. So another good thing about the DF Super Saiyan, another thing about the Tenacious Artist or the Ultra Instinct Sign Goku is that you get 8 faceplates. Obviously 4 for Super Saiyan Blue, and then 4 for his Ultra Instinct Sign. So I think that's where they kind of traded off when it comes to the hands. You're able to pick up extra faceplates, you know, and I don't know if, I mean, these are probably obviously usable for any other SH Figuarts. So if you wanted to use one of these, you could. And I'm pretty sure the main faceplate everybody wants is the Ultra Instinct Sign one with his eye closed, because you could use this out as base form. You know, the eyebrows don't have a different color. One thing I wanted to point out when I noticed when I took this off, they used a clear translucent plastic. So I don't know if that makes it cheaper to produce by using a, you know, translucent plastic and then just painting it over it, because I find it kind of weird, because I think with the SH Figuarts, they use not translucent plastic. I think they use either the color that they're going to use, or they use like a, you know, some kind of neutral color plastic, and they're able to mold it. Obviously for this one, they did use like a translucent plastic, but this one I don't think they did. I think they just used a straight black plastic. This piece seems to be a little translucent. Yeah, you can see right there that it's translucent. But this one, no, this one looks like they used maybe black plastic, and then they just painted it over with the same paint color. And what's great is like the detail of these, even though this is pretty much a bootleg, I mean, let's not, you know, let's call it what it is. They look really good. I mean, they got these molded really nicely, so you can see that you do get a bunch of accessories with that. So it comes with one last accessory that I'm going to go over right now. So the last accessory we get out of this figure is this Jiren head, which is really nice, and I'm surprised it fits on the 100% full power Jiren, but it is meant to fit on the regular Jiren as well. The only thing is that for the full power Jiren, the color of his head is a little off. It has more of a white tint to it for the full power Jiren. On the regular Jiren, I don't think it matters because he has his uniform on. I think maybe you can get a little bit of the color on his neck, but it's probably so minute that you probably wouldn't even notice it in the first place. But for this figure, you can notice the big color difference, as you can see in this shot I have right here. So I took the additional head off of full power Jiren so you could take a look at the sculpt itself, and this is a nice little accessory you do get with the figure. And I wish SH Figuarts, I mean, does do this sometimes. I mean, like with the Majin Buu, the Fat Buu, we got an accessory with Super Buu. It'd be great if we get another accessory with Kid Buu if they ever do release him. But you could see that they gave you a nice expression of him taking damage, him stunned. And that's one face that I wish they would give us a lot with some figures, is some damaged faces, or not damaged faces, more like stunned or surprised, or, you know, I got hit faces, so that way you can, you know, show that the figure got hit or punched or kicked during a fight that you want to put on your diorama. So I think that'd be really nice. I don't think it'd be too much to ask. I mean, the prices for the figures are nice, and I think that should be able to be done pretty easily, in my opinion. But with that being said, sorry, I was messing with the zoom feature. That's what this figure comes with. Last but not least, he comes with a stand. I didn't take it out, but he comes with the stand that is supposed to be like the one from Tamashii Nations. I'm pretty sure this is either the exact same stand or it's some kind of bootleg version of it. But I do have these stands because I did get the set when they were announcing these, and that's the stand we get, and they look just like that. But my final thoughts on this figure pretty much come down to the fact that it is, yes, a bootleg. It does have some issues with it being too wobbly. The plastic feels a little off. But if none of those things are an issue for you, go ahead and pick this guy up, because you couldn't get your hands on the event exclusive Goku. You know, why not? You know, I pick up some bootleg figures all the time, and it doesn't make a big difference. They're great figures. I mean, it's the figure you want. If it's your favorite character, who cares? It's your collection. Buy the figure that makes you happy. I mean, what else could anybody ask for? So if you haven't picked up this guy, I would pick him up fast, because it's crazy. There is a secondary market for Demonical Fit. So when they do run out of production, they start to go up. And I think his price point was $55. And look at all the accessories and all the extra stuff you get, even for a figure that's not even in their line. They gave you an extra head to be able to place on your figure to create a diorama to your liking. So I mean, with all that being said, I give this figure a good solid like C+, like a very high C, very close to B. If it would be like a 79, you know, in points out of 100, it would be like a 79. I mean, yes, you do get a lot of stuff, but you know, Demonical Fit still has a lot of QC issues they need to work out, and that's not their fault, because they're not, you know, they're just reproducing figures. They're not trying to be SH Figuarts. So I mean, if they could figure out a way to their QC issues be a little bit better, then you know what, this bootleg company would be like the Lamborghini of bootlegs, you know, the Rolls Royce of bootlegs. So that way you would have one distributor to go to for that. I know that they're coming out with some other figures. I know Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4 was promised to us, and some other ones. So if I do get my hands on them, I will review them once they come out. But with all that being said, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this figure of the Tenacious Martial Arts Artist from Demonical Fit. And if you guys did like this review, please hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe so that way you can get future videos from me. And like always, I'll see you guys on the next review.